you ever go to Genesis and you're ever reading what happened in the garden before woman was ever created, we had what we call cool of the evening moment. You said some good stuff right there, because I think a lot of times we do mistake, especially the nurturing part of being a man, because sometimes we don't know how to be nurtured because we've never been nurtured. The only person nurtured us was mom. That's why dad took you to football practice, dad took you everywhere, dad took you all this, and you get on national TV and score your first touchdown. You say, what? Hi, mom. Why not say hi, dad? Dad the one did, because dad was never nurturing. So I love the fact that what he said about God being that nurturing person for us, God being in that state for us. And I think a lot of times as men, we got to get into a place where, first of all, we do go back to the Father to be. That's one of the key things that I love, especially when I'm doing men's ministries. If you ever go to Genesis and you're ever reading what happened in the garden before woman was ever created, we had what we call cool of the evening moment. That was when man named all the animals. That's what God told him to do. So how did he have the intellect to name all the animals? Is because he got his instructions the night before. In the cool of the evening, he met with God. Problem is, we've never been taught to have our cool of the evening moments. Men, we have a straight connection to the Father to get our instructions for that day, how to love our children, how to love our spouse, what to do on this job, what to do that. When we can go to the Father on a daily basis, on that one, that was just a good, honest moment we had with God, to be able to be vulnerable and for him to say, son, I hear you. We lost that connection where we had those cool of the evening moments. And I think every man has to get to that place. You got to get back to a place where you got a connection with God, where you got a connection with the Father, so you can be in a vulnerable state. Because let's just be real. You're not going to get it from your spouse all the time. You're not going to get it from another mate all the time. So I think strong, we're putting something out there in the world that the world don't want to hear, that men can, first of all, be vulnerable, that we can be in a place where we need to be nurtured, and that we can be nurturing.